What's going on, guys? So we're currently one day out of the UK DFBA Southern Counties qualifier. So again, I will be competing in the teen class tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to getting back on stage, as Sunday was such a good day and I enjoyed it so much. I'm just looking forward to getting back on stage because the feeling of being on stage is, it's very difficult to explain, but it's such a euphoric feeling. Anyway, I'm just going to give you a quick little update on prep and everything, because obviously I haven't recorded for like the past couple of days. So I think the last time I recorded was actually 4 days out. Now, what have I been doing for the past couple of days? Pretty much been having very low carb days. So you guys know my low carb days are around about 100 grams of carbs, and I've been training, and cardio was cut out on Wednesday. So after Wednesday's cardio session, that was done, and we've pretty much just been trying to remove the water that I gained from that kind of cheat meal or meal off plan that I ate on Sunday after the show. And it's kind of had a good effect, because this morning I weighed in 157.8 pounds, which is my lowest ever weigh-in. Like, I've never weighed that lot. I can't remember the last time I weighed that much. Like, I don't even know how much that is in kilo, but it's ridiculous. Anyway, today is going to be a full day of eating video. I'm going to show you everything that I'm eating to carb up for tomorrow's show. I'm also going to kind of give you like my strategy behind it, or our strategy behind it, with my coach. He's been controlling and pulling all the strings. So what we've been doing is we've had those low days to get rid of all the water from my body from that cheat meal, and now we're starting to reintroduce carbs. So we started to reintroduce carbs yesterday, but only by a little bit. So it was only like 20 grams of jam and 20 grams of rice, and then an extra couple of rice cakes. But today will be the day where we kind of introduce carbs a little bit more. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to introduce the carbohydrates and we drop the protein, so we can keep in that deficit. But obviously from per gram of protein there's 4 calories, per gram of carbs there's 4 calories. So we're still trying to keep in that deficit, but then kind of get like super compensation from the carbohydrates, and so we can get very full and look good for tomorrow. And then tomorrow we'll probably just try to hold that look, and hopefully I'll wake up looking quite full and looking quite good. So obviously last week when I was in peak week, it was a similar strategy, but by the Saturday we were pretty much ready, and we were just using diuretics and everything just to kind of hold the look and get rid of all the water. But unfortunately, because this peak week has only been like 6 days long, well, it hasn't even been 6 days, because we've been trying to get that water weight off. It's kind of set us back a bit. So every prep is going to be different, and I just listen to my coach because he knows what he's doing. So he pulls the strings and I'm just kind of this little puppet that goes along with it. In regards to training, I've trained every day this week. So I trained legs on Monday, pusher on Tuesday, pull on Wednesday, and then yesterday I trained upper body. Probably each session was around 2 reps in reserve, didn't want to go crazy. And today we'll be training upper body, but it'll be like 3 to 4 reps in reserve. So it'll be a very light pump work session, and hopefully we can get a good pump. Just kind of, what I like to say is, I like to say we can direct those carbohydrates and tell them where we want them to go. Anyway, that's the strategy for today's carb up. So we better start with meal 1. Can you guess what it is? Only joking. Of course, oats. So there we have it. Meal 1, which is my pre-workout meal, 95 grams of oats, 45 grams of strawberry jam, and 20 grams of whey protein. That's an isolate whey protein from bulk powders in the flavour salted caramel. And I've also put some cinnamon, some salt, and some flavour drops on that as well. And I'm going to be watching AJ Morris's members site. I just want to say quickly as well, this carb up might not work for you and it might work for me. So everyone's different. You need to play around with it. That's why you should have long preps, so you can practice your carb ups. Obviously, I would stick to the food that you've been eating all along the prep. Like, I wouldn't carb up on something that, like for example, crumpets. I've never eaten crumpets through this prep, so why would I carb up on that? So you've got to think about like GI stress and keeping all the food the same, and simple sugars as well. Honey, jam, very easy to carb up on. Rice cakes, rice, just very simple carbohydrates that won't cause a lot of bloating or any GI issues. But yeah, it might work for me. We don't know yet. We'll find out tomorrow. But this is my second show, and obviously my carb up for last week was a little bit different. So we don't know how it's gonna go. So every prep's different, but my carb up might be different to your carb up. So if you've got a coach, listen to them. Don't take all this advice from me. This is just what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this meal because I'm really looking forward to eating 45 grams of jam, and I'll see you guys for when it comes to making my intro workout. Right guys, so for intro workout, we'll be having 1 scoop of the Innova Farm EAAs. This will give me 15 grams of EAAs, 5 grams of leucine, that's what we want. So I've been using EAAs all prep, but I haven't been using any carb powders through my whole prep because I'd rather just eat my carbs. So I'm not going to introduce any intra-workout carbohydrates. Even though we are carbing up today, I'm still not going to change anything from the basics. Like, we're adding from the basics. That's the whole point of this. So I'm not going to change anything up. This has also got a hydration formula in it. So it's got some potassium and some sodium in the form of pink Himalayan salt. So I don't know how today's session is going to go. Obviously it's an upper session, and I'm just going to do it to like 3 to 4 reps in reserve. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to try get a good pump. Probably only do like a maximum of 2 to 3 exercises per muscle group. Actually, I'll probably only do like 2 exercises with 2 sets on each exercise for each muscle group. So I'm going to count arms as 1 muscle group, and then shoulders, chest and back. And yeah, just try get a good pump. Hopefully that 45 grams of jam will give me the energy and give me a really good pump. And then we'll get back and eat my post-workout meal. So I'm going to get to the gym. I'll record a little bit of each. If you want to see my last upper body session workout, go watch my 1 and 2 days out video, and that's my like upper body pump workout. I'll probably do something very similar today. So let's get in the gym and kill this workout. Right guys, so for post-workout meal, we've got 120 grams of egg whites, half a pack of the tender stem broccoli, and half a pack of asparagus. And the sauce on top of that is this combo, which is the French cheese mustard and some hot sriracha chili sauce. These two go together so well, so try it out if you're on prep and stuff. They're both really good on calories. They're so good, honestly, such a good combo. And then for the main event, we've got 20 grams of dark chocolate. It's obviously melted in there, and these are falling to bits, which is actually kind of annoying. 6 rice cakes and 24 grams of jam. I can't wait to eat this. I'm so hungry. But yeah, post-workout meal. Of course, gonna have to go with the rice cake first. Oh, I've got dark chocolate dripping into my egg whites. Anyway, look at that lint, 90% dark chocolate. Yes, I put my rice cakes in the microwave. And it makes them taste so good. Oh dear. There's me looking like a mess as well. Anyway, I'm going to eat my post-workout meal and I'll see you guys for meal 3. Right guys, so for post-workout meal, or for meal 3, we've got 80 grams of the 5% beef mince, that is raw weight. The other half of the pack of asparagus and the other half of the tender stem broccoli packet, and then 1 courgette and 40 grams of raw weight rice. And then the sauces on there are the same as last meal, so the sriracha and the Frenchies mustard. And then we got some water as well. We're not cutting water yet. We did last time, but today it's just kind of normal with the diet, so I'm just drinking and kind of sipping on what I would usually sip on. So I'm not cutting my water or taking any diuretics today or anything to get rid of water. We will be doing that tomorrow though, so you're going to have to see that on my show day video on what we use to get rid of the water. But we've got a few things to do tonight. I need to shave. I've only got some fine hairs to shave. Obviously we shaved my whole body last week, so there's barely any hair on my body. And we've got to apply the first coat of tan and sleep in it, and then we top it up in the morning. So got a few things to do tonight, and then we'll chill out and watch some football. I think Liverpool are playing Norwich tonight, so you guys already know the score from that by the time this video goes up. Anyway, I'm going to quickly eat this meal, probably watch some YouTube, and I'll see you guys for when we get tanning. Right guys, so I just got out of the shower and I thought I'd give you a few tanning tips. What we did last weekend turned out pretty well, so we're going to do exactly the same thing again. So my first tip is to exfoliate before doing the tan and use a showering poof. So obviously this scratches off all the dead skin on your body and will make the tan go on a little bit nicer. I also use this, which is the Sanex Zero. This has zero fragrance, zero colorants, zero anything really, zero chemicals. And the reason you use this is because some of the chemicals and the fragrances can react with the tan and it doesn't go on as nice. So although you will smell a little bit coming the next day because this is the night before, it's worth it to have a good tan. And then to apply the tan, we've got this, I think it's the Bondi Sands, or the Bondi Sands. Bex laughed at me when she watched my last video on how I said it, but I don't really care. It's a women's tanning mitt. I think it's like £6. We're going to use this and just apply it evenly. And then as for the tan, we're using Dark As, which you saw on my show day video. And if you haven't seen my show day video, what are you doing? Go check it out. So this was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit streaky now, but obviously this is 6 days after my last show. But yeah, it comes off pretty nicely and doesn't stain the bed. Like I slept in this last Saturday, because obviously the show was on Sunday. So I slept in my first coat of tan and it didn't stain the bed or anything. I think it left like a little patch, but it was easily like washable and it came out. So we're gonna get tanning. My next tip, actually, my last and final tip, is to have a helper. Yeah, Bex pretty much did my whole tan last week, and honestly, that is, get someone else to do it. Don't do it yourself, because you can't do it evenly. Get someone else to do it. So, we're gonna get tanning, and I'll see you guys when I'm all tanned up. We are all tanned up. Jesus. It's so much of a shock, even though I've kind of been tanned all week. When you actually get your tan on and everything, it's just mad. You just look insane. Anyway, tan is done, exfoliating is done, shaving's done. I've got my shitty bed sheets to sleep in tonight, because obviously I don't want to ruin some nice bed sheets. I've got one more meal to eat, and then it's pretty much just chill out from now on. Trying to reduce stress as much as possible. Same game plan as last week. Get stress down, hopefully get rid of some of the water, and yeah, then it's game time tomorrow. So I'm going to chill out for a little bit and I'll see you guys for the last meal of the day. Right guys, so I just cooked up my final meal of the day. So we have got a whole pack of asparagus, 1 courgette, 125 grams of turkey mince, and then 10 grams of sriracha and 10 grams of mustard. And then we've also got 2 rice cakes with 10 grams of jam shared evenly. Yes, I put my rice cakes in the microwave because they taste so much better. Anyway, I'm going to get to eating my last meal of the day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of full day of eating and me showing you what I eat to carb up on. Obviously this is different to how it was last week. Every prep is different, so we don't know if this is going to turn out better or worse. We don't know. So we'll find out tomorrow though, because tomorrow is show day. So guys, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, then fuck off. And whatever you want, subscribe. Peace out.